Hello. How are you all? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I did. And how are you? John Cooper? How are you? Thank you for coming. All right, we are off. Well, I want to thank our assessor of property and her office, if she'll make introductions of everybody here. Probably no one has sent out more letters that have been opened more eagerly since I don't know when, to the county in the last few weeks. And with that, the focus of all the county's attention for these last weeks here is our assessor of property. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Budget Director, Council at Large Cooper, members of the Budget Committee, council members, and as always, I'm honored and I'm grateful to be here today, along with other members of my office, to provide you with my first Office of Assessment 2017-2018 budget proposal to the Metro Council. You know, sitting in your place, that began about 14 years ago. It allowed me now to be able to share your perspective and to work diligently to give you the information that you need and to assist you and your constituents, which, by the way, are our constituents. Our mission, as you know, is to accurately identify, list, appraise, and classify all taxable properties in an effort to achieve fair and equity and value for the preparation of the annual assessment roll in a timely manner, while educating property owners of the appraisal process and their options to appeal, as well as learn of available assistance programs. To help accomplish this mission, I have, of course, an outstanding staff of 76 members. Call them my colleagues. We work together. But today I have with me on the very far left of me, Mr. Jimmy Clary. He is the Chief Deputy Assessor of Operations. He helps to make sure that everybody does everything timely, and I do appreciate him and his 40 years of service that he's given to Metro Council, to the Metro property owners. I also have with me to my left, Ms. Christy Scott. She's the Deputy Assessor of Administration. And I'm so glad to have her as she came on board with me as I went into the assessor's office on September 1. And I have on the right of me, Mr. Brad Pigg. Mr. Pigg is the Chief Deputy of Assessor of Information Technologies. He helps with much of the data that we compose in order to provide to you as you are wanting to take a snapshot of your council. And then, of course, I have in the audience, I have my executive assistant, Ms. Tammy Williams. She's back there. And, of course, for the viewing audience, there are 71 other staff appraisers plus support employees that help us to get the work done. And I'm so very proud and honored to work alongside of them. They're an outstanding staff. So to get started, since taking office, we have 9 Appraiser 1, 9 Appraiser 2, 8 Appraiser 3, and 4 Appraiser 4. And 8 Appraiser 4, and generally the Appraiser 4s, they do more of the analytical work in the office and not generally do the field work. The 2017 reappraisal business is going very well, and it's pretty busy in our office. As you know, we have completed 2 mailers of the evaluation notices, April the 21st and April the 28th. For the viewing audience who have not received their evaluation notice, please contact our office on, and of course we want to get a duplicate notice to you. But on Monday, April the 24th, we opened our call center to receive appeals from the property owners who disagree with their new values. And the property owners have until May the 19th to receive a hearing, to request a hearing review by going to our website or either giving us a call. But of course, the best way is to go to our website at www.padctn.org. We have received 3,579 calls to date, as of Friday. And of those 3,579 calls, we have filed informals of 3,004. The property owners who filed informals, they will receive our decision by mid-June, and thereafter the property owner may file an appeal with the Metro Board of Equalization. Prior to providing the evaluation notices, we wanted all Davidson Countyans to be aware of the process of the 2017 reappraisal and what is to be expected. Our approach was to proactively educate via community outreach. This was extremely critical to this recycle year. Our objective was to, 1, explain why we reappraise every 4 years. 2, help property owners to understand the process of how we arrive at the values during the reappraisal period versus the non-reappraisal period. 3, empower the property owners with the option to appeal and the appeal process, and 4, increase awareness of programs that you just mentioned, which is the tax freeze, tax relief, and tax deferral that's administered by Trustee Charlie Caldwell's office, and as well the senior program that is administered by the Metro Action Commission. And then finally, to educate the community that we are the property assessor, not the tax assessor, and that we are here to be able to evaluate and not taxate. We have conducted more than 80 community outreach presentations across Davidson County, and we've worked in partnership with Mayor Berry and such groups like NOAA, council members like yourselves, community organizations and community leaders, churches, Habitats for Humanities, and many HOAs, just to name a few. We've also increased community engagement via our new Twitter site, as well as Facebook pages and our traditional website. As a result of the reappraisal, we now know the countywide average median increase is at 37%. For the viewing audience, please know that if your new value increase in comparison with your value from 2013, if it's less than 37%, you will pay less taxes. If it's at 37%, you'll pay about the same. And if it's more than 37%, you could pay more taxes. For the first time since 2000, commercial assessed values are greater than residential assessed values, thereby shifting the tax burden. Commercial increased by 71%, and the residential increased by 39%. For all the classifications, the total value of Davidson County, assessed value of Davidson County is $29.7 billion. Residential is 14.1, and commercial is at 15.1 of that amount. The remaining are made up of the multi-class, farmland, et cetera. As for the certified tax rate, that is set to prevent Davidson County from incurring a windfall in revenue. The preliminary rate is set at 3.155. Remember, each penny of the certified tax rate is equivalent to about $2.9 million. Mayor Berry, COO Riebling, and Finance Director O'Neill, we thank you very much for the support that they've given our office in our requests, and we're grateful to have their support of 2 appraisers of the 4 requested, and to begin the request for the proposal of setting up a new CAMA system, which is the Computer Aid Mass Appraisal System, and we call it CAMA for short. The CAMA system will continue to help us fulfill our purpose to better maintain property value, the data of property values, notify owners, and ensure assessment equity through uniform valuations. Now, we respectfully request the 2 remaining appraisers for the following critical reasons. 1, although the city is growing and thus the workload is increasing, our staff has decreased over the last few years. In 2009, we had a staff of 85 positions. Currently, we are assigned 76 staff positions. Of those 76, only 34 are appraisers in those positions. These staffing numbers are low when you consider the following increase since 2013. Permits, commercial, industrial, have increased by 8.55%. Total permits, like the demolition, addition, and new construction, has increased by 73%. New improvements, 138%. Pro-rata parcel increased by 120.55%, just to name of the few percentages. If Nashville continues to grow at the current rate by 2021, we will have close to 260 parcels within its boundaries. If staffing levels remain unchanged, that will increase parcels count per appraisers to 4,810 parcels. The Tennessee Code annotated 67-1-506 sub-A, sub-1 provides that we comply with 1 deputy assessor per 4,500 parcels. In order for us to do our job effectively and be in compliance with the law, and we need to be allowed to hire additional appraisers now to prepare for the reappraisal of 2021. Finally, we request for the tuition and travel relating to continual education, and we request the additional $5,000 for our appraisers to remain relevant and competitive as we provide property valuation. These additional funds we need to send staff to the training classes and conferences both in and out of Nashville. Our staff attend classes throughout the year to gain and maintain certifications and specialties in mass appraisals. This training covers more than just the appraisal process, but also covers technical analysis for defending appeals at high levels. In addition, our Information Technology Division, who creates, develops, and maintains many of our databases, would benefit greatly from attending IT classes. These classes will also provide the essential tools necessary to operate and update the camera system that I mentioned earlier and the website. Extract data for reporting purposes and for data analysis, such as many of the council members have requested, that's specific to property appraisals while being relevant and competitive, as I said before, when defending property values. We thank you for your time to discuss these needs in my first budget presentation as a property assessor. To my former colleagues of the Metro Council, I appreciate you, and we continue to provide the people of Davidson County the very best in the responsibilities that we want to meet. And I open up for any questions you may have for my staff and myself.
Thank you, Madam Assessor. And our first question from Councilman Glover.
Thank you, Chair. Just very quickly, one reason I don't like getting these things a day or two before we sit down and talk, I noticed you have 69 positions, which I'm assuming several of those, well, 67 of those new positions are in the hearing officers, tax assessment, reassessment area. I'm assuming those are all part-time positions because it looks like it equates to 2.5 full-time equivalents.
Correct. That assumption's correct.
Okay, and so when do these? How do you find these folks? Number one, and then what is the amount of time that they end up working?
Well, we begin with the existing list that we already have, and we start there. What we've done this year, we have let people know, because this is an opportunity for Metro to create jobs. This is a job creator in effect. And we have announced on radio. We've reached out to the greater Nashville area, the greater Nashville realtors. We've reached out to other realtor organizations to let them know that we have these positions open. While it may not pay what they could get in selling a home, it could very well still be able to supplement their income while providing a public service to be able to sit and make an independent decision in reference to a person's appeal. We also have provided information to various churches across Davidson County, because at the churches, there are members of the church, there are members that are realtors, so we provide the information there. So we've entertained a number of creative ways in order to bring in the appraisers that we're going to need, which were really the realtors that we're going to need, in order to be able to actively and efficiently provide the results in the hearings. So those are just the ways that we have approached to getting those additional hearing officers.
Okay, and then if I don't want to repeat what you said, I want to make sure I understood what you said with regards to the reassessment.
Sure.
If your reassessment was greater than 37%, is that the number I heard? Okay, then chances are you'll see an uptick in your property taxes. If it was 37%, you're probably sideways, in other words, flat. Below 37%, you may actually see a decrease. Is
That is partially correct. It's not the reassessment. If the value that you have received in the mail is, in comparison to the last reappraisal of 2013, has increased by less than 37%, then the rest of that story. Less than 37%, you will pay less in taxes. Right at 30%, you'll pay about the same or the same as last year, pretty much. And greater than 37%, you will pay more in taxes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Chair.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. And Councilman Pulley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Once again, I'd like to thank you and your staff. I think the communication process throughout this reassessment was outstanding, evidenced by the fact that the only emails I get now are asking me what the certified tax rate is. So kudos to you and your staff for that. Just one quick question, and you may have addressed this in your very thorough comments, but sure. You feel adequately staffed to go into these what do you call them, the challenges that you're going to get to the appraisals?
Council member, as I stated earlier, we are very appreciative and grateful for the support we received from Mayor Berry and the administration. We do feel that we have the staff. However, when you consider the fact that with the growth of Nashville, we're going to be needing the staff as we go forward, looking forward to the 2021 appraisal. We need those appraisers now so we can prepare them for what is to come. We need to educate them and train them so that they can be prepared for what is to come in 2021 and in between the time, which is the non-reappraisal years. So we respectfully request the additional 2 appraisers.
Okay. So you feel good about the number that you requested?
I feel good about the 4 that we've requested.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Council Lady Hurt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Property Assessor.
That's fine. You want to say council lady?
I almost said Sora.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But thank you so much for what you've done. It seems as though you got in there, hit the ground running, and talking, because you've been communicating and telling people all over, and we really, really do appreciate that. I do have a concern, as I've mentioned to you and as I said to Mr. Cardwell, and I'm not sure to whom this should go, but I'm concerned about the reassessments, because to some it will look like a tax increase because their property values will go up. Mm-hmm. And for those individuals who are not prepared to pay, is there any way that there can be some kind of installment plan, some way that we can communicate that information to them and give them time to adjust to the revalue that they now will experience?
Council Lady, I appreciate very much your comments in regards to those programs, tax freeze, tax relief, tax deferral. When we started this journey and began our outreach presentations, I started September 1 as the property assessor. September the 15th was our first outreach. And when we started that, one of the things that we felt was a part of our priority is to share the good news of the availabilities of programs and services, in addition to the process of how the 2017 reappraisal worked, as well as what is to be expected. We felt that while it was not our responsibility to register people and get them on these programs, we felt like not only it was our responsibility, but everyone in the city's responsibility to share the good news about the availabilities of these programs. If we had not, I do believe, taken the proactive approach and getting out front, inviting NOAA into our office in November so they can help, so they can better understand how we work in our office and what is the components of our what are the components of our office. We do believe that there would be people in our office saying that I cannot bear the new value that has been provided to me, even though the new value is based on what is happening in the market. So we did that, and we feel real good that we did that. And this year, as Metro Trustee Charlie Cardwell has stated, there has been close to 2,000 more people who have qualified for the program. But like you, again, being that this is not our program, but it is our responsibility that people know about this program, we will continue to tell people about the tax freeze, tax relief, and tax deferral, in addition to our responsibility evaluation. Our mission has included the educational component because we feel like it goes hand in hand. There is also another program that you may not be aware or may be aware, and that is with the Metro Action Commission. They have a program where a person can get assistance in paying for their outstanding taxes. That deadline is June the 30th. That is something you can continue to talk with people about right now. And then, of course, being that a person can must qualify every year for the tax freeze and tax relief, that means that education must not stop. We want people to know about it, and those people who are not on it this year, I guarantee you they'll get the message once we begin to change the mindset. Mr. Caldwell is doing a great job, and we look forward to working with him even more. But our office has taken upon itself to include in its mission to educate property owners, not only just about valuation, but about their options.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much. And I did learn something that I did not know, so I certainly appreciate that.
My pleasure. Our pleasure.
Thank you, Council Lady. Councilor Henderson.
Thank you, Chair Cooper. Madam Assessor, thank you so much. I concur with my colleagues that it's been a good year from an informational perspective. I feel like my constituents have commended the brochure they received in their mailings. So I thank you for that. You had stated earlier that state law requires one assessor per 4,500 parcels.
4,500 parcels. That is correct.
And where are we today?
Today, well, we are in compliance today, but we can quickly become non-compliant, and we do not want that to happen. There are permits that are in the coffer, as someone would say, coming through. There are continuously the opportunities for folks to subdivide their properties, and I would like to still refer to my staff to see how quickly we will become in compliance. Less than 2 years.
Okay, and so currently, though, we are at one assessor per how many parcels today?
Yes, we are in the compliance of the 1 per 4,500.
Understood, but exactly how many assessors do we have per parcel today?
We have 34 appraisers, deputy assessors in our office as we speak, 34.
Understood, but again, one assessor to how many parcels today?
We would have to get you that, because if you can even calculate it, let's do it quickly. 247,700 parcels divided by 34.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That will give you that
I'll let
number.
everybody do their iPhone calculator there. Madam Assessor, can you as well share, just for the viewing public, I think everybody's very keenly aware.
That's not right. Well, get the number for you.
Do you want to go ahead and share that?
The calculation was not correct, but just one moment. We're going to get that for you. But go ahead and answer your question. if you don't mind.
In a reappraisal year, the work that your staff is doing in that year, in anticipation of that year, as we follow up on that year, can you speak as well to what your staff does in the intervening years, kind of the daily work that they are doing as a staff? Can you speak to that?
Excellent question. That is a non-reappraisal year, and by law, we must be doing visual inspection during that time. That's when we're picking up new parcels, new properties, as well as looking at the existing properties.
Okay, thank you.
And what was our calculation? We used it 247?
That's it 54.
I'm sorry. Incorrect. 54 deputy assessors. That's correct. That's right. Not 34. 54 deputy assessors. And when we take the parcels, that put us at 4,587 per deputy assessor.
Okay, 4,587. So
Parcels per deputy assessor, and we have 54. I said 34. It's 54.
okay, so you're already over then the limit of where you need to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Council Lady. Councilman Coleman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam Assessor, thank you for being here, and I too agree with my colleagues and think that you've done a wonderful job since you've been on board notifying everybody. But as you can imagine, you're number one here today, and we're going through a litany of departments, and everybody's going to come through, going to tell us their needs and assessments. So I want to go back a little bit to the number of staff. You mentioned 69 at first, and then you said 54. So is that meaning you have 15 part-time staff?
We have 54 appraisers. We have a total of 76 members in our staff. We have 54 appraisers. I did not say 69.
Okay. All right. 74. All right. I guess my question is, you're asking for 4 more in our...
Four additional appraisers. That will be 2 appraiser 1 and 1 appraiser 2 and 1 appraiser 3.
What is the value of that increase in staff? Do you know?
Just one moment, please. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. The total value that we are requesting is for those 2 additional would be $127,400 for the 2 additional appraisers. And in reference to the educational portion, that would be $5,000.
Okay. Now, when you went in for your assessment before the mayor's office, was it a request that you cut your budget from last year?
I do not remember a request to cut my budget from last year. I'm
Okay.
not familiar with that request.
Okay, so you weren't asked to cut your budget by 3% from last year?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. And just finally, in terms of what staff assignments are during the course of a year when you do not have the assessors on, is it possible that you can get part-time staff or seasonal staff to supplement the work as opposed to full-time staff?
Well, council member, we do have some part-time employees in our office as we speak. When we consider the work that our appraisers do and the in-depth need of knowledge that our appraiser needs to have, we need to have full-time staff. When we consider the commercial development that is going on in Davidson County, we need full-time staff. When we consider the subdividing of various parcels across Davidson County with new development, and folks call into our office to ask the question, is their property going to be compared to a new property, which the answer is no. It's compared to a property that's similar to theirs that's sold within the last year. We need full-time staff. Well, I do appreciate the part-time staff question, but in reference to the in-depth work that we do, we need to have full-time staff that are also getting the education to continue to be relevant and competitive.
Right, and I understand that. And besides your personal assessment, which I value real high, have you had an independent study to assess whether or not we can get by something less than what your request is?
No, I have not had time to look at an independent study because we've been busy evaluating property so that we can provide fair valuation in Davidson County in a timely manner.
So it is a possibility that an independent study would indicate that perhaps we didn't need full-time staff, but we could suffice with a quality part-time staff and training by conference to save money.
No, I don't think it is a possibility. And yet, even though we have not had one, I do not think that it is a possibility.
But you hadn't had a separate independent audit to tell you that.
Well, you said it is possible, and I'm saying it's not possible, even with there not being an independent audit to tell me that, because you're speaking of speculation. I guess anything could be possible, but from the respect of the work that I've seen this office do, I know what it is to be part-time, and I do know what it is to be an appraiser, and I'm saying I don't think it's possible.
Right, and you do understand that we're dealing with a budget that's going to require an awesome amount of money and several other departments needing more staff as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. But, you know, I'm not being insensitive, but council member, I'm here to speak and work and to really work for getting the office that I supervise and that I work with so hard with and getting what they need in order to do the work that the people of Davidson County is requesting. I don't mean to sound as if I am being insensitive, but I cannot present a budget to you based on what other departments may also need. If you ask me what our office needs, we're going to provide that to you. And I'm stating to you what are our office needs, and that's what they are.
And I understand that. But in the event we don't approve it, you can do just as good a job in the next 5 years as you did this year, right?
We're going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. If I leave at 7, I have people in my office that leaves at 7. If I leave at 10 at night, I have people in my office that be willing to leave at 10 at night to get the job done. But it does not remove me from the responsibility to come to the legislative body to ask you what are our office needs so we can do our work efficiently and effectively.
Thank you. I appreciate your response. And during our closing days, we'll probably have to revisit this because there'll be many more requests for staff from several departments. But I do appreciate your response and your analysis of your department. And again, I think you do a great job.
Thank you, Councilmember. We appreciate you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. And then Councilman Glover, did you have another question?
Thank you, Chair. Well, as you know, I do numbers, and I thought I heard you say that the current assessors were running around 4,060, somewhere a little over 4,100. I thought in your opening statement that's what I heard. Now, maybe I didn't. But I'm sitting here trying to run the math, saying, all right, help me understand the exact numbers. So you have 54 assessors right now.
54 deputy assessors, which is, they're deputy assessors, though, appraisers. Deputy assessors. yes,
Okay,
that
for
does the appraisal.
247,000 properties.
247, that's correct.
Okay, but you said you were in compliance when the original question was asked, and you said compliance by state law was 1 per 4,500.
That is correct.
But you're actually at 4,574 if that's where you, so you're not in compliance.
Well, it's slowly changing. I mean, it could have changed right in the middle while we were doing the reappraisal. You're correct, 45,074.
4,574.
4,587 is the exact number, 4,587.
Okay.
That is where we sit now.
So we are not in compliance with state law.
Slowly, we are not in compliance with state law, slowly, but we are in compliance when we started this process.
Okay, so what is our penalty? And I don't know who I asked this question to, Chair. What penalty do we have if we don't bring it into compliance now?
Well, I think that's, I don't see anybody from the Metro Legal Department here.
The styrofoam cup got removed. Yes.
Councilmember? Go ahead.
I'll take part of it because before the recommendations were made, we did check in with Metro Legal regarding this particular statute, and I'm not an attorney, but the words that they described it to me as is that this is a permissive statute, which does not mean that it's necessarily a requirement. So what was asked for in the budget was a total of 4 positions, plus the positions for the new hearing officers.
Correct.
And the administration recognized that her workload is growing. So 2 of the 4 requests were granted in this recommended budget.
Okay, so that's going to bring us to 56. So now we're going to be at 4410. So so let me just make sure I understand. So if we're at 4410 with the additional 2 people, then we're back into compliance. But based upon what you're saying in the next 2 years, we will be, or maybe even the next year, we will be right back out of compliance again. But if I'm understanding you correctly, Director, then there's not a fiscal penalty on us. There's not a monetary penalty on us.
Legal advised me that there wouldn't be any penalty if we reached 4,600 or something like that. There's no penalty assessed. It's just a recommendation.
Okay. All right. I was just, because, again, I thought I heard a number a little over 4,000, and then I heard you say I thought that we were in compliance, and then all of a sudden we're not in compliance. So,
Well, when we started out, we were, but of course, as properties are subdivided and what have you, as that increase, we become out of compliance. So, but once again, you are correct in reference to hearing the numbers. I had that incorrect, but it's 4,587 as we sit now.
all right. And so, based upon what your staff has said here, over the next year, you're anticipating another roughly 9,000 parcels coming online?
Correct.
Yes?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councilman. Seeing no one else in the queue, let me just summarize, and we're going to ask various departments to respond with questions. I think if, Madam Assessor, your office didn't mind sending to us a projection of parcel growth,
Okay.
and then what the permitted or the targeted level of appraisers or assessors per that parcel growth would be, so that we can distribute that back out to the council and help you stay in compliance. Seeing no further questions, it's our pleasure to have you here. We do have, we're beginning to fill up in the back with other budget hearings. And with that, this small session stands adjourned, and then we will move on to the Register of Deeds. But again, thank you, Madam Assessor.
Thank you.
And good luck with all these appeals.
Thank you.